you ever made a Christmas card that made people stop and ask, how did you make that? Today's unique Christmas card does exactly that. It uses just one sheet of designer series paper, beautifully shows off both sides of the paper, and it's much easier to make than it looks. Let me show you how. Okay, to make this card, we are using the pretty poinsettia. Oh my gosh, this is such a cool die set. It's a really cool stamp set too, but the die set is really awesome because it's got this impressions die, and you're going to need, to make the impressions, you will need an extra tool. So if you have got your cut and emboss machine, you've got your, let's get all the layers apart here. You've got your base plate and your shim. Then you've got your cutting plate, all right, and your top plate. So that's to cut the leaf out, all right. Then we are going to take these two away after we've cut it, and we're going to use this new impressions plate. Okay, you can get it in the shop, and it goes there. And then this is our embossing plate, our specialty plate, and it goes on top. And then when you run it through a second time, it's going to give you this really deep impressions. It's going to make this look all puffy. It's really cool. I'll show you, I'll compare the two when we get to that part of the card. But anyway, so that is what an impressions die is. And you'll see that it, even though it says cut and emboss here, it in the catalog and on the online store, it explains that it's also an impressions die. Okay, let's put all this to the side for a minute. We don't need that yet. Oops, sorry. Okay, got all that. Next thing we're going to need, move this out, is some cardstock. So this card has a rectangle base, just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's all there is to it, nothing else, okay? The fold part is going to come with your designer paper. So that's why I said this card is really great for if you've got a whole bunch of 6x6 paper, those 6x6 paper pads that are, and you want it double-sided, or our paper, 12 by 12, and you just cut it into fourths, and you'll have 4 6x6. But you do trim off the bottom at 5, so you have a 1-inch strip here that you could use on another project. But anyways, it's 6 inches all the way across. Okay, so we've got that 6 by 5, and this paper, I love our quilt paper that comes with the stitch stockings. It's just been, I've been having so much fun making Christmas cards with it, so I picked that design there. Then you'll need 2 white pieces. Well, I picked 2 white pieces, one for you to write a little sentiment, to stamp a little sentiment or write a little Merry Christmas on there for you. But the other one is to lay the our poinsettias on, and then I'm going to stamp a sentiment there also. So it doesn't have to be white, just you could make it a different color, and then your sentiment you could like emboss with like gold embossing powder or something. I don't know. That's the fun thing about making cards. There's so many things you can do. And then we've got some ribbon also. All right, so let's go ahead and start by putting together some of the pieces like these two. This just needs to be taped together. So, and I'm using the new Peaceful Pine. I love this color. It's what's called an in color. Stampin' Up! Every year comes out with 5 brand new colors that are very trendy. They're trend type colors that are very popular in design. And anyway, so Peaceful Pine is one of those colors. And then I've got my Cherry Cobbler on top of that. Now here is our designer paper. You're going to need the scoring tool. So let's get the scoring tool out. And be careful when you are scoring designer paper. It's not as thick as cardstock. So if you press down too hard, you could tear the paper. But it's not so thin that you can't make a impression, a scored impression. And we are scoring this at 2 1/4. All right, so let's put that in there with the 6-inch up at the top. Okay, and get our scoring blade and just gently kind of go back and forth a couple of times so that you can see it. There it is. And then you're just going to fold that over. Now, depending on how you want this to look, this is the fun thing about double-sided paper. You can have it, let's line it up. You can have it like this, okay, with our poinsettia on top, okay? And then when you open it, you've got all that fun designer paper. Or you flip it over. Well, if you flip it over well, I guess that's okay because, well, that wreath is upside down, but you would have that on the inside. I don't think that's as fun. I want to do it this way. So, so we're going to do it this way. All right, so let's just go ahead and get some tape on this section that we're going to tape down to the cherry cobbler. Okay. And fold it so I can see where, so it's evenly spaced all around. There we go. Fine. All right, so that's our card, really. But we do need a little more. So let's go ahead and start creating this. Now, this is where this fun impressions, embossing thing comes. Now, I've cut these out already, but I saved this piece so you can see exactly how this is done. All right, so let's move all this out of the way and get out our machine. So you need this big old monster. Actually, it's not that big. It just looks big on the camera. All right, so our sandwich. So first we're gonna cut. So I just need the shim and the 2 cutting plates. All right, so there's my 1 cutting plate that's got all the cuts in it. Put that down and then put that down. All right, and let's run that through the machine. Now, this is where I want to stop and show you the difference. There's not much of a difference, but it's enough to where you may want to do this. You may want to invest in the embossing plate there and these impression dies. Okay, so where's my other one? Okay, so this is the first one. This is the one that I use the impressions plate with, and then this one is the one without it. So you can see the veins, but these I wish the camera could really show you how puffy. It's like a little pillow right there, where this is just flat, where it's just pressed the groove down, but the rest of the cardstock doesn't do anything. Where this cardstock, it presses down, but the inside pieces go up. Like I said, I'm not sure if you can really tell the difference on the video, but you sure can see it real life. Okay, so that's that. Now let me show you how to do it. So get rid of your cutting plates. You don't need those anymore, but you still need the die. You're going to put your leaf back inside the die where you cut it out, okay? And this is that shim. You're just going to place it upside down. You don't want the cutting blades down in the shim. You want the cutting blades to go up. Okay, so you've got it placed back in there. Now you take the impressions. Okay, so this is a real thick rubber, so the cutting blades can go in there, but it won't cut through. All right, you're gonna put that on top, and then to make it a thick enough sandwich, this is our embossing plate, our embossing folder plate. And now that we've got our sandwich, we just run it through. I love our cut and emboss machine. It's like so easy. There's no strength needed at all. It's a little heavy, but no strength winding the crank. Okay, let's see our magic. The only thing I always worry about, did it shift? Oh, I hope it didn't shift. If you're having troubles with it shifting, it did not shift. You can use washi tape, but anyways, there is our embossed leaf, or the leaf that's been not only embossed, but embossed. With an impressions die. Okay, let's put our poinsettia together. So we've got, and also you can make these poinsettias bigger. Where's the dies? Oh, here it is. So it's got 4 sizes. The very large, next. So you can make it a 4-layer poinsettia, or you can make a small one and a large one, or all combinations thereof. Okay. It also has centerpieces for the poinsettias, the little stamen there, but I'm going to use pearls instead. There's one more thing, and that is you can stamp the poinsettia and cut it out, and the leaves, you can stamp leaves and cut them out too. All right, back to building. So we've got this. I'm going to put just a wee bit of glue right here in the center. Okay, and then this smaller one is going to go on top. Now, you kind of want it so it yeah, perfect. So the petals go in between. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so there we go. We've got that. Now let's do some fun with the leaves. Bring my card back out. Make sure my leaves don't go too far. That's another thing you need to make sure. Put that on there because you don't want if you put your leaves on here, you don't want them to go like out over the side of the card or it won't go in the envelope. So make sure you stay within that. Okay, it looks like you can go really all the way up there. Okay, and then we can put the poinsettia here and then those. So I don't particularly care how that's coming out at the end. So when you have that, just trim off what you don't want. And in this case, you can actually trim it so you have more leaves to play with. Okay, so we're gonna, hold on. I don't wanna glue it on here yet because I wanna tie the ribbon on there too, but so I just know where this is gonna go. So like that, there we go. And then that one, oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, so that can go there. And then these leaves can come out like on this side, if you wish, or up here, or you can use some of these leaves. I'm just gonna save these for another project. Yeah, actually I'm gonna cut these apart too, and I'll tuck those under. I think that'll be easier than trying to make it work. So I'm just gonna kind of cut that like that, cut that like that. Okay, so now I've got all kinds of leaves to play with. I want to tie some ribbon around this. All right, so let's, oh, and I want to stamp it. So let's stamp it first. This is Christmas Joy. It comes with this poinsettia set. I'm gonna do it in the black, and then I'm gonna color in the joy. So let's do that. There we go. So fun. Now, of course, you can leave it like that. That's kind of cool looking too. But no, I want to play. So we're working with, this is the cherry cobbler color, and this piece is cherry cobbler. But in here, our cardinal and these two have the real red. So I'm going to pull out the real red. I'm going to pull out the darker one. Okay, and then just gently color. And one tip for coloring and not getting out of the lines is to barely touch the paper. It's an alcohol marker, so it's not going to leave streaks, okay? It blends, the alcohol kind of spreads out within the fibers of the paper, and it makes it so that it doesn't streak, unlike like a water-based marker, like a Crayola marker. It leaves streaks, so every time you color on top of it, it gets darker and darker. Not so with alcohol markers. Unless you let it dry and color on top, then it'll get darker. But while it's still wet, it just blends together. It's pretty cool. That's what I love about alcohol markers. Okay, we've got our joy colored. We want to put this on here. Let's get some dimensionals. Whoops, forgot to tie the bow. All right, now for our poinsettia. So we're just going to put our poinsettia over the bow like so. And put one right in the middle, and then a couple like right on the side there, but I still have plenty of room to tuck leaves underneath. Okay. Oops, come here. There we go. Lovely. Okay, and then I have this one. It looks like we could trim it just a wee bit more there. Okay. Yep. And then these two I'll put down. Yay. All right. Or you can actually, I think I'll put one down here. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Let's put some glue on there. Or you could put dimensionals, whichever. Okay. Oops. Now I want to double check, make sure this doesn't go over the side. Whoops, notice that? It is. It's going over the side. Okay. We will. Yep, it's going over the top too. Ah, okay. No problems. Let's back it out and take this one off. Okay, there we go. So now I need glue here. Yeah, definitely check before you make it stick. Okay. All right, that looks good. Well, that's still sticking over the edge. You really have to be careful. Okay, and then that other leaf that's sticking down there, these shouldn't be a problem. So let's this one. And I have this one too. Hold on, let me get this off of here. Okay, and put that one over here. There we go. Perfect. Yay. Now, one more thing. We need to put some pearls on there so it looks like it's got a center, and we need to put them on here. Now, before we put it on here though, okay, I found a trick. So you'll want to stamp this first if you're going to stamp it. I'm not. Go ahead and center it first. Then we will match up the other one and tape it down so that it lays on top of it and you can't see it. Okay, so get your, eye it the best you can. There we go, just like that. And now, okay, so we're going to, yep, just like that. Oh, I want dimensionals. I'm like, what's going on here? Okay, let's put dimensionals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, now, this is how I did it. So I close my card. You can do it the other way also. You can put this on here and then put that piece on the back and close it. Either way is fine. I match up my corners over here. And remember, you don't want any adhesive over here. So that's how come you can do this. And then let it fall. And there you go. When you open it and close it, it covers it up. Cool, huh? Okay, one last thing. Here we go. Let's do these pearls. Now, if you guys are enjoying these Christmas fun folds, remember, I've got a whole playlist. I've got 2 playlists. One's the Christmas in July, but the other one is just my fun folds playlist on my YouTube channel. I have over 200 fun fold card tutorials on there. There are so many. You can spend all weekend just watching them. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know there is a link when this video ends, there's always one that pops up on the screen, but then you can always go down into the description down below and there'll be a description down there too. And leave a comment. If this is your thing, let us know. Also, I've got a Facebook group that you can join. You can share pictures of your cards, all kinds of great things. Okay, and this one last little thing. Let's trim these up. Where's my snips? There we go. And voila! Another fun fold Christmas card using 6x6 designer paper. Now, if you don't like that, you can put another piece of card base over here, and then that would give you even more room to write. So, or you can put some designer paper over here, whatever. Okay, there you go. I hope today's unique Christmas card has inspired you to try something a little different this holiday season. One of the things I love most about card making is that a simple twist can turn an ordinary card into something truly memorable. If you enjoyed this unique fold, I have a whole Christmas playlist filled with creative card ideas that are easy to make and fun to give. I'll put the link here in the description, or it'll pop up here on the screen so you can keep the inspiration going. Thanks so much for spending a little time creating with me today. And until next time, keep creating, connecting, and encouraging. I'll see you soon.